Hello everyone, I'm Maya Chen, the host of Dead Air Mysteries, and today we have a special treat. And now let's return to our story. When we got back to civilization, we uploaded our recordings and discoveries to our website. Our team faced ridicule from skeptics who claimed everything we experienced was explainable through trickery or natural phenomena. However, the skeptics didn't consider the eyewitness testimony of the townspeople, nor did they listen to our recordings of the strange occurrences at KWTF. Our supporters responded to the controversy with an overwhelming show of solidarity, sending messages of support and encouragement. Meanwhile, many media outlets picked up our story, which drew the attention of an unlikely individual, John Holtby, the nephew of Tommy Crawford. John, who had been searching for answers regarding his uncle's disappearance for decades, reached out to us, expressing gratitude for giving voice to his uncle's legacy. His belief in our experience further bolstered our resolve and confirmed we were on the right track. In response to the overwhelming feedback, we conducted multiple live Q&A sessions where we discussed the finer points of our investigation and addressed concerns raised by those who doubted our experience. These sessions allowed us to engage directly with our audience, forging a stronger bond among fans of Dead Air Mysteries. To commemorate our visit to KWTF Radio, we released a limited edition series of pins featuring designs inspired by the mystery. The pins, available exclusively on our website, became a tangible way for fans to connect with the story and show their support for our work. Additionally, we launched a series of merchandise featuring quotes and imagery from the episode, with proceeds benefiting local preservation efforts in West Virginia. These items resonated deeply with our audience and served as a reminder of the impact our stories can have long after the credits roll. As we look back at our journey, the incredible response to our visit to KWTF Radio reaffirms our passion for bringing these forgotten stories to light. The engagement, support, and feedback from our listeners have inspired us to continue seeking out the hidden narratives that shape our world. Thank you for being part of the Dead Air Mystery community. Together, we've uncovered a story that continues to resonate long after the last echo faded from the airwaves. At the time of Tommy's disappearance, Federal Communications Commission didn't regulate low-power FM stations like KWTF. Today, however, the FCC oversees a wide array of broadcasting frequencies, including those used for radio. If you were to apply for permission to build a new station today, the process would involve several steps. First, you'd need to select a unique call sign. You can check for availability on the FCC's online database.
Once you confirm your call sign's availability,
you must submit a complete application packet, including detailed station information, ownership details, and technical specifications. Applications are processed in the order they're received, and processing times vary based on factors such as staffing levels and competing applications. Applicants typically receive updates from the FCC during various stages of the process. After approval, the next step involves securing a physical location for your station. The site must meet specific FCC requirements, including distance from airports and protected areas. Once you find a suitable location, you must coordinate a site survey to determine the best antenna placement and power output to reach your target audience. After completing all the necessary steps, the FCC will issue your station a construction permit, granting permission to build the facility. The permit is valid for a specific duration, usually 2 years, and allows you to construct the station and test equipment before going on the air. After meeting all the FCC requirements, the next step is to build the actual station. This includes installing the transmitter, antenna, studio equipment, and any other necessary infrastructure. It's critical to ensure that the station is built according to the specifications outlined in the application and construction permit. During the construction phase, it's important to maintain regular communication with the FCC. For example, you may need to request modifications to your construction permit or notify the FCC of any significant delays in your construction timeline. Going live for the first time is a major milestone for any radio station. It marks the culmination of years of planning, preparation, and investment. Here's a look at what goes into a typical launch. Before going on the air, radio stations conduct extensive testing to ensure everything operates smoothly. This includes testing the transmitter antenna, microphones, audio equipment, and control systems. Stations also test their emergency backup systems and procedures to be prepared for any technical issues. Once testing is complete, the station staff rehearses for the first broadcast. This helps everyone involved in the broadcast process, from the DJs to the engineers, become familiar with the equipment and their roles. Some stations hold soft launches or test broadcasts before the official launch date to identify and resolve any remaining problems. The official launch day is an exciting time for the station and its staff. The first broadcast is often celebrated with special programs, giveaways, and events. Stations may also invite local dignitaries, community leaders, and members of the media to attend a ribbon-cutting ceremony or other special event. In the weeks and months following the launch, the station continues to fine-tune its operations and programming. This includes monitoring listener feedback, adjusting the broadcast signal, and making any necessary changes to the programming schedule. Many stations also invest in ongoing marketing and promotional efforts to build their audience and brand in the community. But enough about the present. Let's rewind to October 12, 1984, the day before Tommy Crawford vanished. It was a seemingly ordinary day in the small West Virginia town of Philippi, nestled in the rolling hills of the Appalachian Mountains. The town was known for its tight-knit community, friendly locals, and picturesque landscapes, making it all the more puzzling when radio host Tommy Crawford failed to show up for work the following morning. Let's delve into the mysterious disappearance of Tommy Crawford and the enduring legacy of KWTF radio. Thomas Clayton Crawford Jr. was born in nearby Grafton, West Virginia, on April 3, 1952. He was a beloved member of the community, known for his easy charm and infectious smile. Tommy developed a passion for radio at a young age and honed his skills by hosting a popular show at his high school radio station. Following graduation, Tommy attended West Virginia University, where he studied journalism and continued refining his craft. Upon graduating, Tommy secured a position at KWFT Radio in nearby Fairmont, West Virginia. Over the years, he worked his way up from a part-time DJ to program director, becoming a respected figure in the local radio industry. On October 12, 1984, Tommy arrived at KWFT as his usual chipper self, ready to host his overnight shift from midnight to 6 a.m. Little did anyone know it would be the last time they saw him alive. Tommy's colleagues and friends noticed nothing out of the ordinary that evening, played his usual mix of country and Western music, chatted with listeners, and shared jokes with his co-hosts. As the night wore on, everything seemed normal. At around 3:17 a.m., as the storm raged outside, Tommy signed off the air with a casual, "That'll do it for tonight." He told his co-host he was going home and wished them a good morning before signing off. That was the last time anyone heard Tommy Crawford's voice on KWTF in the morning. When co-hosts arrived for their shifts, they noticed Tommy's car was still parked outside the station. Concerned, they went inside to check on him. They found his headphones on the floor, his chair overturned, and the studio door slightly ajar. There was no sign of a struggle, and nothing appeared to be missing. An immediate search of the area revealed no clues, leading authorities to believe Tommy had simply left the station and gone home. However, when his family didn't hear from him, and he failed to show up for his next scheduled shift, they contacted the police. A full-scale search effort was launched, involving local law enforcement, volunteers, and even helicopters. But days turned into weeks with no sign of Tommy or answers regarding his disappearance. As the search continued, speculation ran rampant throughout the small town. Some believed Tommy had simply run away from his job and personal life, while others suspected foul play. The lack of evidence made it difficult for investigators to pursue any leads. Theories abounded, but none could explain why Tommy would abandon his car and personal belongings without a trace. The case remained dormant for decades until renewed interest in the early 1980s brought fresh eyes and ears to the mystery. Today, the mystery of Tommy Crawford's